Justice Sotomayor used court staff to help her sell her books. Joining us now with more is California Senator Alex Padilla. He is on the Judiciary Committee. Senator, it's been a while since you and I chatted. Let's not let that happen again. Let's continue our conversation always. It's good to see you.
Good to see you again, Jose. Thank you, and I'll apologize in advance if I sound a little rushed. As you can tell, the committee hearing is still going, so I'll have to get back.
So this is the amazing stuff about television, and you're always being so willing to speak. You actually ran in here, and you got to run out. So I appreciate your time, and if you got to go, let us know. But Senator, let's talk about these efforts to impose rules on the Supreme Court. What kinds of ethic rules do you think should be considered?
Look, what I think is on the table is very common sense and nothing new. There are enforceable codes of ethics, codes of conduct that apply to not just members of the United States Senate, but frankly, elected officials at all levels of government across the country, including the President of the United States. There's enforceable standards of ethics that apply to federal judges, except for the Supreme Court. So it is just ridiculous that the highest court in the land has the lowest ethics requirements. And given recent reports, we know that our challenges to the public confidence in the Supreme Court when gifts that are otherwise not allowed are being accepted, even worse, when gifts are not being reported. People should have confidence that those justices who sit on the Supreme Court are making decisions in the interest of the country, not in their personal interests or their interests in wealthy friends.
But do you think Congress should be the one to bring those structures and standards to the Supreme Court?
Look, I do think it's incumbent upon Congress to impose those standards and requirements because the Supreme Court has failed to do it for themselves. They've had ample opportunity. This is not a new issue, Jose. It's been going on. The conversation has been going on for years and years and years. And even just in recent months when, reports of some of the current justices have been made public, Chairman Durbin has invited Chief Justice Roberts to, number one, get your house in order. Number two, if you can't do that, come to the committee and address to us what your plan is, or let us help you. And Chief Justice Roberts has refused to work with the Senate Judiciary Committee to advance it. So in the absence of the Supreme Court doing it for themselves, Congress has the ability to do it. We've done it in the past with the federal judiciary, and it's time to do it again.
Senator, I want to touch on another story that we've been closely following here on MSNBC. A 16-year-old boy, 16 years old, from Guatemala, who died working at a poultry plant in Mississippi. What's your reaction to that? And is there anything that could or should be done to avoid and have something like this never happen again in our country?
Yeah, look, it's certainly heartbreaking, and unfortunately not the first time we hear of migrant children being exploited for workforce in these dangerous conditions, dangerous jobs. Most people that I talk to think, didn't we address child labor laws a century ago? But sadly, that's clearly not the case. Another example of the need to modernize our immigration system in America, number one, but number two, for all my Republican colleagues ranting about the Biden administration and the departments and agencies that have some oversight here, number one, let's not cut their budgets. Let's increase their enforcement capacity. And number two, don't let the employers off the hook. If there's a workforce shortage in America, the solution is not to exploit children and making them work in dangerous conditions. The solution here is to not just invest in workforce training and recruitment, but let's make sure that we're opening the doors to lawful migration to meet the workforce needs of our country and our economy.
Senator Alex Padilla, I thank you very much for your time. I know you don't have much of it today, and I appreciate you being with us.
Hasta pronto, Jose.
Un abrazo, gracias. Still ahead, new details.